time of year, it really seems that there has been a high demand for grape nuts, and they're letting you know, get it together. We're trying to get as much nut meat together as possible so that we could get more to you in the spring. But at the moment, shortage.
Well, what's upsetting, Jeff, is, people are yearning for bran. People are yearning for fiber. And, I've never been a bran guy. I don't like the bran muffin. I don't like the bran cereal, the corn flakes, the raisin brans, the grape nuts. How do you feel about bran?
See, look, I used to have the grape nut, but with the grape nut, I used to pour a bunch of sugar on it as a kid, okay, to have it. But, it hurts the teeth when you bite down on it. It's really crunchy. It's a lot of work. Having all that nut meat, it really puts a lot of work on the jaws there. Right.
Okay. So just nut meat aside, someone offers you a bran muffin. You going in on bran?
No, I'll pass.
You pass on any bran?
Yeah.
Because, see, I want to give people, I think it's our duty to give them other options. Because, obviously, you're having trouble shiting. Okay, you listen to Rizzo and Jeff clearly because, we provide great information. Everything we talk about is always, really good. And, you say to yourself, well, I want grape nuts, but I can't get them. And so I'm going to turn to Rizzo and Jeff. And I think we should lay down some suggestions.
Okay.
Now, you are out on bran of any kind. Is that correct?
Yeah, you know what? Bran, it feels like a lot of work to eat. Dry and a lot of work to eat.
What about in addition, like a raisin bran? Does the raisin bran change it for you? I have it. I don't seek it out. You really look for the raisins when you're going through it. So the raisin helps. Is it something that I'll have if it's there and there's nothing else? Yeah. Do I seek it? No, I don't seek it. Well, and I figured to myself, well, wait a minute. How can we best help the people? And I have my very own Raisin Bran expert, because did you know that there are different kinds of Raisin Bran? Like, Raisin Bran is not a cereal name as much as it's a brand.
Okay. Yeah, like I didn't see that at my local general store.
Okay.
When I was looking. But, you learn something new.
Well, let me give you an example. If I said, who makes Raisin Bran, what would you have said? What would you say?
I would think of, the company name. Post.
Post. Okay, Post.
Okay.
Post does make Raisin Bran. But do you know that Kellogg's also makes Raisin Bran? And the Raisin Bran that you're thinking of, the smiling sun with the 2 scoops of raisins in every bowl, that's Kellogg's. So Raisin Bran, we get our bran crossed. And I just would like to say, here with us is a Raisin Bran expert. Are you ready to talk to a Raisin Bran expert?
I think the world is ready, because we know that we're listened to worldwide. So
sure, and if the dear leader's listening, hello. Nobody's better equipped to talk Raisin Bran than good old Mama Rizzo. And Jeff, you haven't spoken to her in a while, so she, are you excited to have her come on talking bran?
You know what? If we haven't spoken in a while, her bowel movements are the first thing I want to be discussing. Yes.
Okay, good. Well, Mom, thanks for coming in. Now we want to talk to you about Raisin Bran. Okay. Now, there's a shortage of grape nuts. Do you like grape nuts?
I absolutely hate grape nuts because I do not like nuts.
Okay, so you don't like any nuts, peanuts, anything?
Other than you, no.
Okay.
See that? Do you see where I get my quippy dad jokes? You see? Okay.
You get it.
Okay, so we're trying to give people options, because grape nuts, there's a shortage. We're trying to give people different cereals to use to help keep them regular. Now, you, throughout my entire childhood, always had Raisin Bran. I thought it was weird. It was an old people cereal. Where did that love of bran come from?
Well, I guess it was always in my house when I was a child, so I just love Raisin Bran, and I must have my Raisin Bran.
Well, wait a minute. Do you like any Raisin Bran? You like Post Raisin Bran?
No, I absolutely hate Post Raisin Bran.
Wait a minute. What's the difference?
Oh.
Post Raisin Bran is disgusting, and actually my grandmother used to eat Post Raisin Bran, and it always tasted like cardboard.
See that, Jeff? Post Raisin Bran, absolutely disgusting.
So Kellogg's is the way to go.
Kellogg's definitely is the way to go. That is the best. Will always be the best.
Why? What about the Kellogg's Raisin Bran? What is it? Because I know you are very adamant about this Raisin Bran.
Well, it's definitely the 2 scoops because there's always enough raisins. Post never has raisins. It's always the cardboard flakes.
So it's a raisin thing for you.
It's definitely a raisin thing. And I love the Sunshine Man.
The Sunshine Man.
Wow, she's serious about her eats.
So what you're saying is it's like the mascot really does. So let me ask you, if the Sun Man was a Post mascot, would you change your Raisin Bran allegiance?
No, I would have to say no. Because no, definitely not.
Okay, if you got that cereal, you're sitting down to eat in the morning, and the person that was on the front of that wasn't the Sun, but it was the smiling face of Bruce Valanche.
Ooh.
Would that change things for you?
Right. Kellogg's Bruce Valanche Raisin Bran.
No, it wouldn't, as long as I still saw the 2 scoops.
Okay, but what if it said 2 scoops of raisins and 1 scoop of Valanche?
Well, again, I probably would stick with the Raisin Bran then, the Kellogg's Raisin Bran.
See, I told you, Jeff, there is nothing that you could... I mean, and this is a serious thing. In our home, she's always had a Raisin Bran, I guess a fetish? Would that be the right word?
Love.
Fetish. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I just... Do you know, so really, the reason that we're doing this is because we want to get people excited about Raisin Bran. So if you're out there, you can't find grape nuts, what would you say to that person? Would you say, hey, try some bran?
I would, but then I would also say if you can't find any Raisin Bran, go for the Cocoa Krispies.
Oh, the Cocoa.
Oh, my God. You know what? I totally forgot about the... But see, here's the thing. Do you think Cocoa Krispies provide the same service as said bran?
Well, it does in the respect that you get chocolate milk out of it, and chocolate is very healthy for you.
Okay. So Cocoa Krispies or Raisin Bran, Jeff? What are you going with?
You want me to be cereal here?
Oh, we're going out on that joke.
Okay.
Okay, all right. That was the dad joke. See that? You took the cereal joke out. That was perfect. All right, hold on. Where?
In the holster there. Actually, it just came to mind, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wasn't planning the cereal joke. Dad jokes aren't my thing.
Here's the unemployment choo-choo. All right, Jeff, we got so busy and so bogged down between, Raisin Bran, Mama Rizzo and Hollywood Squares and Bruce Valanche and Meatloaf and Wilson Phillips that we actually were unable to truly dissect something that we wanted to do. And in a weird way, Jeff, maybe that was a blessing. Maybe everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, look, I tell you, when we started getting deeper into this, the more that we looked into it, because I think what we did is we just took it at face value, and we didn't really get into depth, and the more we do...
It's okay. So let me just set the stage for you. Jeff and I have discovered that we have the ability to talk things that are irrelevant or stupid into pop culture royalty, into being the next big thing. And since we've realized this just a few days ago, I think the next thing that we would like to speak into pop culture and existence would be us to have a job. And us to have the best radio show in the whole wide world. Hopefully that happens.
I mean, maybe we just do a podcast of all our denial emails that we've gotten from people. We can compile them, and then maybe if we do a podcast about that, then maybe we'll speak ourselves into a job.
And you say to yourself, well, wait a minute, guys. What's up with your fucking whack-ass ego? Why do you think you have what it takes? Well, Jeff, and I think, we can explain, there are at least 2 things that Jeff and I have always talked about, at least in the past couple months, that have become huge in pop culture. First would be what, Jeff? The sea shanty, correct?
The sea shanty is not only were we talking about them, you were out on a ship living them as a pirate, okay?
I lived them. I did them. I sang them. I came up with them. And guess what, man? Now Taylor Swift's doing them. Now Jimmy Kimmel's doing them. Now Jimmy Fallon's doing them. Everyone's doing Nickelback. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. I mean, we were shantying. I was doing shanty videos a half a year before Taylor Swift even saw the video on TikTok of that shanty.
She saw it on TikTok go viral. And not only that, of course, then she has to spin it to be something about her. Instead of just getting in on the sea shanty fun, it's got to be something about her, right?
Well, yeah, what did she do? We will never, ever, ever.
Right.
She did her song. And by the way, sure. I hated it. I don't know. How did you feel?
Bye. Bye, girlfriend. See ya.
I'm gonna take another Juicy Pop Princess's song and say, I said, thank you next.
Oh, okay, that's a good one, too. All right, not bad.
What? That was good.
Well, I know you've been a little weak today on those, so you needed something. So you were trying to really pull down from the depths.
Well, the thing was, you want to know why? Because when we were talking Raisin Bran, okay, I had a quippy dad joke to end. And when we were talking to Mama Rizzo, you happened to pull out a quippy dad joke. Not the one that I was thinking, but, I didn't get to use my regular Rizzo dad joke. So now I'm scrambling.
You can't recover from when I said, do you want me to be cereal?
I can't recover.
Okay.
I'll tell you why, because it's better than any joke I would have ever come up with.
And the timing was impeccable.
The timing was impeccable. It was me, you, Mama Rizzo. We're talking brand. We're talking regularity. And you come out with the cereal joke.
Yep.
It's fucked me up ever since.
I had to step up. The world's listening.
You did. The world is listening. And hear this, world. We said shanties were cool in August. Bam. They're the big thing to do. We said Fran Lebowitz. Do you guys remember the podcast we had about Fran Lebowitz, a.k.a. Lebowitz?
Right. We got into an in-depth, conversation about Lebowitz. Yeah.
Lebowitz, after our podcast, and this is how I know people like the Dear Leader and people inside the Pentagon are listening to this podcast, because a mere 3 weeks, Jeff, after that podcast, Lebowitz is hanging out with Marty Scorsese, and they're on fucking Netflix.
Yeah, I saw that. Aren't they, traveling around New York City or something of that ilk? Yes,
they are. They're trying to make, quote-unquote, a more perfect city. And I guess it's just, now look, we went in, and we made her famous, we made shanties famous, I'm happy about the shanties. I think we may have fucked up on the Lebowitz.
Well, here's the deal with the Lebowitz and things like her. People are listening now when we're talking about it, they're jumping on. And, all that information about her. And you said you were watching what? I forget what you were watching. One app you were on, and it was the lead thing, when you first go on to a Hulu or something, and she was right on there on the front with Scorsese. So people are listening to us.
It was Netflix, Jeff. I sent you a picture yesterday, and right on the cover of Netflix is Lebowitz, and I said, "Is this Lebowitz? No way!" And it was.
Right, and I didn't believe it. So you played it for me, the trailer. I didn't believe it, and then you really had to come out and tell me this is who it is.
Well, okay, so people understand this. This is how it happened. We were on the phone discussing, podcast work, email, stuff about finding a job, just like we always do. And I hung up the phone. And usually, we'll talk, we'll for an extended period of time, we'll do what we got to do, and then we'll say, all right, cool, man, hit you up tomorrow, whatever. So it's very rare that unless we get an email or something, that I would call you back, especially immediately, within 10 minutes. So I call you back, and I say, you're not going to believe me. Just listen. And when you listened, how did you? I mean, did you know right away? Did you feel the Lebowitz? I mean, what?
No. Look, I was in the dark. I didn't know what was happening, what you were playing. and you were so pumped about it, and I just couldn't put the pieces of the puzzle together until you said it. Until you said Liebeschitz, I was